Hi, I'm Paul and I'm here at the wonderful Jerez circuit in the south of Spain for the world press launch of the new Triumph Speed Triple R. We know this is going to be a great bike. The standard Speed Triple, launched a year ago, is already a fantastic bike, really one of the best in the naked street fighter class. And it's not a bike that you would automatically think is built down to a budget. But what they've done with this R version is they've really up-spec'd it, and it promises to be something really special indeed. The first thing you notice about it are the Öhlins forks. They're proper top spec Öhlins forks. They're the Nix 30, which are closely linked to the Superbike forks used a few years ago. And at the back they've got the TTX 36 rear shock. So a lot of adjustability, very plush, and we're expecting it to give a really firm sporting ride. They've also equipped it with these Brembo monoblocks, which are they're claiming gives a 5% improvement in stopping power as well as feel, so it'll be interesting to see how these go. The bikes are all equipped with ABS brakes. The other big thing that they've done with this, which they've not done on the other R-Spec bikes, is they've put lightweight forced wheels on it. They're made by PVM and they're about 2 kilograms lighter than the standard wheels. That's where most of the extra cost comes from, but it's also where the weight saving comes from too. 2 kilograms might not sound like a lot, but when it's a reciprocating mass like the wheel is, it makes a big difference. So it'll be interesting to see how that translates when we actually come to ride the bike as well. Other than that, it's the Speed Triple you know and love. A little bit different graphics, a little bit funkier, a lot of carbon fibre, but looking forward to see how it goes. today riding the new Speed Triple R, and it really lives up to its promise. The one thing you really notice is that weight that they've taken off the bike. It feels much lighter. It feels much lighter than 2 kilograms lighter. It almost feels like a street triple in the way that you can chuck it from side to side, and it really is fantastic at hitting apexes around this really challenging circuit. Been great fun riding the bike. The other noticeable thing really is the new gearbox, which Triumph have improved massively. They've increased the number of dogs on the gearbox, and that gives a much smoother action, which, to be honest, it was always the Achilles heel of the old 1050. It really had a pretty dreadful gearbox. This is it's not groundbreaking, but it's pretty adequate. The sound is typical Triumph. This particular bike has the Arrow exhaust on it, and it sounds really beautiful. I guess the big question for most people though is it worth the extra money? And it's a very subjective thing. You know, it's over £2 more for this compared to the standard bike. For most people, most of the time, they're not going to notice a real benefit riding this bike over the standard bike. But you've got all the cool stuff. Öhlins is the ultimate designer label, the Brembo brakes. It really depends on how you use your bikes. As a day-to-day bike, for me personally, I'd probably just go with a standard bike if I'm spending my own money. But if you want something really special and you don't mind splashing out that little bit extra for the quality, this bike's really fantastic. We've had great fun riding it, and I'm sure it's going to be a big success for Triumph over the next 12 months.